What's up guys, TechTitan here and I am back again with a brand new video. Thank you all so much for the great support on previous videos. The growth on this channel has been incredible lately, so guys keep it up. And also if you have any questions, go ahead and follow me on Snapchat. I'll follow you back. And yeah, enough plugs, so let's get started. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at two cool looking phones and two great phones to me. So the first one being the HTC Desire 530, and this popular phone, popular budget phone, the LG Aristo. So we're going to be comparing them side to side. It's not a full in-depth comparison. Talk about the design, and these phones don't share much when it comes to design, except the fact that they're both built from plastic. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing for these budget smartphones. The feel on the hand on the LG and the feel on the hand on the HTC are both pretty good, but I would give the hand to LG. It's more grippy. It doesn't easily slip. Well, it slips, of course, but it's not. It's a grippy phone, and the texture back on the plastic gives it a better grip and a better hold and feel in the hand. While on the other hand, the HTC looks cool in terms of design. I think these it's kind of splatter paints, or what are these little dots, they give it an interesting and a unique touch, if you will. But these cool looks come with a price that this phone is really slippery, so I would suggest throwing a case on it, but for the sake of this review, I'm just going to keep it as is. One other thing that I'm not really a fan of is the fact that the back is white and the front kind of has these gray bezels. I wish they would have matched the front with the back, just like this, just like the LG Aristo. It's not a big deal, but I just wanted to mention that. So the power button on the LG is on the back. LG used to be famous for that, and it still is. So the power button is on the back, and again, a fingerprint scanner, even if I wished it was, but it's not a fingerprint scanner. It's a nice home button. I can feel it, and it's tactile enough for me to click it and unlock the phone pretty smoothly. And the volume buttons are on the left hand side, so they're a tiny bit mushy, not tactile. Oh, well, I just launched the camera and took a picture. Right. So they're tactile enough, but not as good as the HTC. In the HTC, the power button is grippy and it has this texture, so you can tell where the power button is versus where the volume buttons are. And the volume are a bit... Actually, no, I take that back. The volume button are as mushy as the LG Aristo. Nothing major, again, you can probably get it should be alright. Okay, so in terms of display quality, the HTC is slightly brighter than the LG, but the LG produces better colors to my eyes. If you guys see something different, then again, that's your opinion. But to my eyes, I think the HTC is a bit brighter, but the LG produces better looking colors. Okay, so in terms of UI, we have the HTC's UI versus the LG skin. And to me, the HTC UI is really nice. The HTC's UI is a bit snappier than the LG's UI, only because the animation is faster on the HTC than it is on the LG. So let's open up the phone app. Boom, about the same. So not much difference in terms of speed. They're pretty similar. So okay. Now, in terms of as you guys can see, the HTC houses a pair of front-facing speakers, and the LG has a downward-facing speaker. So we'll test out the speakers right now. Let's test out the speakers, and you've seen the speakers on the LG. They're pretty good for the downward-facing speaker that it has. I actually do like the typing experience on the HTC. It just feels good, and the keys are bigger than the ones on the LG. But I also gotta say that the LG is also pretty close to the typing experience on the HTC. Alright, here it is. We have the videos loaded up, and as I said, while the HTC might be a bit brighter, the LG produces better colors than the HTC. So keep that in mind if you were thinking about purchasing one of these phones. Alright, so let's start with the LG, see what we can do. Let's put it as high as it can go.
guys, MKBHD here, and this is the brand new HTC U Ultra, and it is definitely the shiniest phone of all time. And this happens to also be HTC's first big smartphone of
Alright, let's check out what the HTC can do. Come on, you gotta do something for the HTC U Ultra, right? Skip this one, guys. Alright, let's see as high as it can go, and let's see what we can produce. Oh.
MKBHD here, and this is the brand new HTC.
So you can definitely block the speakers if you put your fingers on it, but I guess you can do that for most speakers.
And this happens to also be HTC's first big smartphone of 2017. And it's coming to the US with a price tag of $749. Definitely high-end.
Okay,
flagship
I think I have a pretty good idea on who the winner is. Okay, first of all, they both have their plus and they both have their positive and negatives. In terms of speaker quality, so I'm gonna give the this is so close edge to the HTC just because it's front facing and the speakers are facing the user rather than back facing. But the LG gets louder than the HTC, even if there's a little bit of a distortion on the LG. While the HTC's front-facing speaker the quality is a bit better than the ones on the LG, but again, depending on how you hold your phone, if you hold your phone like this, then you're definitely gonna block the speakers. But if you hold it something like that, then you should be more than fine. In terms of camera quality and the camera specs, so the camera on the back of the LG has a 13 megapixel camera with a LED flash. The HTC has an 8 megapixel camera, again with a LED flash. So the front-facing camera on the LG is a 5 megapixel camera, pretty nice and pretty high megapixel count. But again, high megapixels doesn't mean incredible pictures. So the HTC also has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and in terms of processing speed, the LG has a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core processor, while the HTC has a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor. So again, while the LG may seem to have the upper hand in terms of processing speed, so they're pretty similar in performance, as I showed you guys earlier. Not a huge difference in performance, but I'm gonna take a few pictures right here. In terms of shutter speed, the LG is pretty snappy. It's really fast, and I appreciate LG for giving us this fast camera software, and it's nice. Let's see. Here's the camera, and the camera interface on the HTC is also pretty simplistic and pretty nice, and I like the simplicity of the camera interface. Not a lot of so let me take this picture. Okay, so it's definitely faster on the LG. And in terms of photo quality, here's what it's gonna come down to me. Lighting conditions, I think these phones can both pull off a nice looking pictures, but I'm gonna give the slight edge to what I've seen to the LG Aristo. It produces a little bit of a better looking picture than the HTC Desire 530, but they're both doable and they both have their respectable image quality for the price, of course. But again, I'm gonna have to give it to the LG because I've seen every time I take a picture with the HTC, there is more noise than I would like. But there it is, the camera quality. I will definitely give it to the LG. Overall, these phones are both respectable and in their own categories, and there is not really quite a winner here. If I had to pick a winner, if I'm the one who's purchasing the phone, I would go for the LG, but I would keep the HTC in mind. They're both pretty good phones for what they are, for their budget, and yeah, pretty nice phones. If you like this video, if you did, leave a thumbs up, greatly appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe, follow me on Snapchat, and yeah, that's been pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, I will catch you guys in the next video.